today I'm going to be doing this video about certain levels, volume, and how you can look at a candle to see the way it's reacting at these certain areas to then have confluence in to take a certain trade. So I am going to show you how I mark out these levels as well at the same time, but I'm also going to show you the big volume areas of where potential longs and shorts you can take. So I'm on BTC on the 3 minute at the minute, and then I'm going to go into the daily. So I've gone into the daily, and as you can see here, this is where I've marked out certain areas of interest. My areas of interest of where I think this is going to either reject or rebound from that area. So we're going to start down here at this area, at the first area of interest. So if we're looking at BTC here, and we're looking at the candles, so we're looking at the candles here, we are getting bullish momentum. We got bullish momentum here. This never retested this area, so I would not have taken a long down at these areas, just for the simple fact that we never got a retest of this area. If we go a little bit further back, where I've got more areas marked out daily, so we had a daily here, and we've had a breakout of that daily area, so it's come up out of that area, massive volume spike here. What does it do? It then comes back down to retest this volume area. It then moves off, it then comes back down again to retest the same area of where that volume was, and then pumps off again. It then breaks out of that area, which is on the daily at 44,000. It then pushes off. We've also got another volume spike here. It never came back down to this area to retest this area, so I would not have touched that long. I don't care if I missed out on that long. I'm not interested, because I wanted to see that. If I were going to take that on the 9th of Feb along there, I want to see this. It goes up, big bullish momentum there. It goes up. I want to see this. I want to see it come down, test that area, some consolidation, and then a push off, and then a breakout, a retest of this area here, and then more consolidation, and then a breakout. I didn't see any of that. But the next trade would have been, we've got another area here, a volume spike. Price does exactly the same thing as what it did here. It then goes up, sideways, up to the next daily area, what I've marked out, next daily area here. It's then come down to retest this same area. So what these volume spikes are, these volume spikes are areas of where people are putting a lot of money into this coin at this specific time. So it comes back down into that area to then refill the rest of these areas out. That's what it's doing. So all these buys that never got filled out prior in this area, it's filling out. So it's then come up, it's gone to that area, it's then come down. You've seen a big bearish volume candle in here. A lot of people would have then gone bearish, but you've got no reason to go bearish, because you've had a bullish spike here. It's then going to come back down and retest that zone, which it did. If it would have come down and closed and then done that and retested that zone, then yeah, go bearish. But it never did. So you don't want to do that. So then it's had its big rally, above all-time high, and then we've had another bearish spike in volume where it's tried to push down to another area that I've got marked out. It then tried to push back up, and then got rejected again at that same area what I've marked out at 71,000. It then traded in this area, and it's still trading in this area. So there's no clear sign of where BTC is going to go at the minute. There's no clear sign. So then we've got this volume area here. We've got another bearish volume area there, where it's gone down, filled it, came back up, rejected, and then so on the 19th of March we had a big bearish candle. Failed to break that area though, which was 61.8. It failed to break it. It then pushed off, but if you look at the volume, the bear volume is still higher than the bull volume. We're still getting higher sells here than we are buys. So it then pushed off that day. So a lot of people would have not looked at volume out. I've noticed a lot of people don't look at volume. When I look at certain people's charts, they haven't got volume on the charts. They've got the RSI, they've got the EMAs, they've got the MACD and the E and the F and the G, but they've not got volume. And volume can tell you a lot more about price than anything else. So then it's come down, it's gone back up like I was saying, and then it's gone bearish. So say you've gone long here on that day, you're gonna look at your trade and think, wow, I'm now in a big downfall. So what's going to happen here is, so everybody that's gone bullish here, and they're seeing there, say you've put 10k on that trade there, and you see it now at minus 60k, what are you going to do? I know a lot of people are going to buy back in to then cover the loss. I know that. That's how they work. So it's come down, and they'll have been like, shit, I'm down 60k here. So then they'll have possibly, because it's come back up and filled out the rest of the sell orders that are up here, and they'll have closed it, which would have been a bit of a mistake, but it is what it is. And then we've got the bear volume that comes in the next 2 days after is weak compared to that. It's very weak. Then the day after that, we've got a doji type candle. And then the day after that, we've got more bullish volume coming in, which then engulfed near enough them two candles. So here, yeah, you could have potentially gone long. But you've also got to look left again and see where has it rejected from again. It rejected there, where we had a lot of bearish volume. So you've gone long here. You want to take your profit here. Why do you want to take your profit there? Is because you're not seeing no clear sign of it actually getting through that area. It then consolidates again, starts to fill out all these sell orders again, and what happens? Big drop. It then, we've got more bearish volume here, but now people, if they've gone short here, they're now trapped again. Bears are trapped here, so they've got to buy back in to cover the loss. So what does price do? Price then pushes off again, tries again to break the 71,500 area, fails again, and then bam, all the way down. So we've got another example here. So we've got bearish volume, bearish volume. So you could have been bearish on 1, 2, 3 days. But soon as you see that coming in, you want to think, do I want to take profit? Because once it's dropped all the way down here, if you have a look at this area here, look at the bearish volume where it dropped. Look here. That's a big bearish volume. That's not as big. So once it's dropped here and then rejected, you want to be cashing out again. You want to be in cash. Don't worry about it if you miss a trade. Sit on your hands. That's what I'd be doing personally. So now we're coming to the prior day. So we're on the 14th here. And we've got some bullish volume coming in. But if you look at the bearish volume the day before, did that engulf that candle? Did it affect that candle in any way whatsoever? No. So we did have a lot of bullish volume coming in, but it didn't affect the candle. So I'd have been waiting again, and I'd have seen this area where more sell orders are going to get filled out, which they did. And then BTC dropped from 66k all the way down to 61k again. Such a simple trade. And then there were a trade I was looking at earlier today. So we're on the 3-minute chart. I've got all my levels marked out. I posted in the group that I was looking at this area here where we've got, you know, we've not got a lot of volume here, but we're just going sideways. I wanted to see a load of bullish volume coming in, a bit like this, but I wanted it to do this and retest that area before going long. I wouldn't have longed it once it slammed out of it. I'd have waited for a retest of this area, and then you can go long. So then we've got another example here where you could have gone long. So we go back. This is on the 3-minute chart. You can even look here on the 5-minute chart, the 15-minute chart, and have a look. So I'm looking on the 3-minute chart. I see this big bullish volume. We go up, we come down, we retest that same area of where that bullish volume was, which is more buy orders getting filled out. So a lot of people would have seen that drop there and then instantly gone bearish. But why? Why are we going bearish? If you had your levels marked out like here, you can see prior on the 3-minute chart that failed to push below that area on the 3-minute chart, which is the previous day's low as well. But because I've got my daily levels marked out here, I know that that wasn't going to push any further due to that candle. It then came along, got this area here, and then we've pushed off again. We then got to the same area of now we've got bearish volume coming in, which is sell orders getting filled out now. We've got more sell orders getting filled out. If it can break that area, and if the bears are no longer there, then they're going to be out. They don't want to be in this trade anymore. And it's the same down here. So we've got all this bearish volume coming in down here. We've got a big spike in bear volume. So what's going to happen here? Now bears, if they've gone short here, now they're trapped, which means they buy back in. What does price do? Price then moves off again to try and break these areas. And that's how I look for trades. I'll wait all day. A lot of people, and I know a lot of people will do it, you'll see this. You won't even look at the volume of what's happened. You'll enter here and you'll probably go there. You'll probably wait for that area there for it to be touched to take your profit. Yeah? Unfortunately, you shouldn't have done that. You should have waited for a retest of this area. And now you can take the retest of that area, and your risk to reward, you're going to put your stop just there, and you're just going to aim for that area there. It's a 1.19, which is still a half decent trade. And you'd have probably made it just depends on how much you've actually put on the trade. You'd have still made a decent amount of money. That would have been one trade today, only one trade. And you don't have to trade again today. But a lot of people will trade again today, and then potentially go from £500 in profit to then be £100 in profit because they wanted to trade some more. I don't work like that. I told you previously on my other videos that I'll take, one trade. If I win and I make between $500 and $1,000, I'm done for the day. I don't need to trade again. Why do I need to trade again there? I don't, do I? I don't have to trade again there. And then a lot of people will look at market structure and things like that. What can you learn from that market structure there? Nothing. All I see is sideways action. But I do see potential trades here and here to take longs. And you would have won that trade. So what I'm going to do is as well, I was looking at an OP trade as well. OP, let's find it there. So I was looking at OP earlier on today. And I said to everybody in group, I said, I'm waiting for OP. I think it was around this time. I'm waiting a long OP. But I didn't take the trade because I wanted OP to do this. Retest. And then push off. OP never did that. So guess what I did? Nothing. I sat and watched and waited. I didn't take the trade because I thought, oh, I'm going to miss out. No, I waited. And I've still not taken the trade. And I haven't taken any trades today whatsoever because I'm watching what the market does. I'm watching how it's reacting at these certain levels that I'm marking out. So I'm going to go to a blank chart. I don't know if this is a blank chart or not. No, I've got daily levels marked out on that as well. But if you look here, have a look here, major support areas around here. Major support areas. Let's go to uni, that's marked out. Ton. See, there ain't enough data for me there, really, to be taking a trade on ton, so I won't be taking a trade on ton. That's marked. DYDX is marked. ATOR's got no data. So, right, we'll go over RNDR. Right, on the daily, RNDR. So we're looking at RNDR. I've put a daily level there due to the fact that this is where it's come up, big bullish momentum, pushed off, come down. I put another area there due to this. I've marked out this area here, pushed off, come back down, retested this area of bullish momentum, pushed off, and now what it's doing is that daily area there, it's failing to push above it. That'll be another daily area there. So if I get this, what I'll do is I'll show you how I do it. I get this, I mark it, I then put daily, and that's it, done. Save. That's it. That's all I've done. So now I've got a daily area mark there. So I'm watching its reaction here as it's done that, failed to break, consolidates, failed to break, drop. And that's how easy it can be. And then you also got to watch this here. So we've got big bullish momentum coming in here, where it's come back down to fill out these remaining orders of longs. So it's gone bullish, it's failed to break that area there, which will be another area of interest there. It's failed to break that area. It's then come down, it's then tried to push off again, but if you look here, bearish volume block. It's come back up into here. That bullish volume block is less than that bearish volume block. You then could have gone bearish and looked at where you want to be taking profits. If you had that there would have been your perfect area to take your profit. So say you take this area here, you've took that trade there at $11, you've cashed out at $6. So say we've taken that trade as it's come back up here and rejected. The next day I've taken that trade there. I know it's in hindsight, but the volume will tell you everything that you need to know about the trade. So we're looking at that area, we've gone bearish. We've gone short there. Move that out of the way. We've put our stop loss above that daily area that we've marked out. We're looking at major support area. We're putting our target at that major support area. So where are we taking the trade there? Where would we have cashed out? There. So how many days has that taken us? We've entered there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 days to hold that trade, and you've made a lot of money in one trade in 24 days. You didn't have to sit at a computer every day. You didn't have to look at certain areas. You should have had confidence and confluence that that coin were going to do that due to the volume. Only the volume and a level. That's it. None of these waves, none of this crap that you put on your screen. You don't need it. All you need is that. You need volume and levels. Also, I was talking in the group earlier about if you've got meme coins and you've made money on meme coins, what makes you think that meme coins are ever in a million years gonna go to $1? What value does a meme coin have in the world? Me personally, it has no value whatsoever. Zero value. So I won't be touching them. In my portfolio, I've got BTC, I've got Ethereum, and I've got COTI. Due to the fact that COTI, I was doing a lot of research on COTI, and it is a very, very good coin. And the things that they're actually doing with COTI could potentially make it go up to around $2 or $3. My personal intake on that, you don't have to follow me with that, but that's my personal intake on it. So that's how we're going to be doing certain areas of interest and watching how you use volume and levels. Even on the 5-minute chart, 3-minute chart, 15-minute chart, you can look at these levels if you've marked them out on your daily levels and have the confluence to think, yeah, this is what's going to happen. So that's how you want to be watching these areas. So go on your chart, check them, and tell me if I'm wrong, because I know I'm not wrong with these areas. So have a look, go check them out. And we're already in a 25-minute video, so I'm going to cut it here. Happy trading, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.